So this year so far for anime has been actually a very good year for anime this year. There's been some interesting adaptations. There's been a lot of shows coming back. So I just kind of want to go over my top 5 list of my favorite anime of 2020 so far this year and give you my honorable mentions as well. And we will start with our honorable mentions. So I just want to mention a few here that I just want to kind of maybe throw out to you, see if it's something you'd like. There's been quite a bit of webtoon adaptations this year that we've never really gotten before, which I actually really like. I love the idea of getting something made by someone, kind of having an opportunity to maybe push it to the anime space and give it that option to maybe grow and find an audience. And I want to recommend 2 for my honorable mentions. I want to recommend Tower of the God, which was a short one that came out this year that I really liked. I in particular haven't read the webtoon, so I don't really know how the adaptation is. Apparently a lot of fans find it to be one of the weaker adaptations, but unfortunately I can't comment on that, but that is something you might want to go into knowing that if you have read the webtoon and you want to watch the anime, you might be a little bit disappointed in that. I've just heard that from many fans. Or even going on webtoon and reading the original might be an option for you as well. The second one I want to mention as well is God of High School. That one just came out actually last week. That's pilot episode just aired, and that's one I actually really enjoyed too. The animation looks amazing in it. I think it's very good. The characters I like so far. I think it's an interesting premise as well. So it's something that it just started for the season. You might want to just jump right in and see what you think. And my last honorable mention I want to give is Brand New Animal that just came out on Netflix recently. I want to mention this one because the animation in this show is some of the best I've seen this year. I think it looks great. The colors are very vivid and bright. The story can be a little bit weird at some points, but that's, comes with the course of anime sometimes. But if it's something you're interested in, it is on Netflix, so maybe give it a shot if you're interested. But on to my list now. So my top 5, I'm going to start with number 5. My number 5 pick is Sing Yesterday for me. This one I'm a bit conflicted on because while I liked the anime we did receive, as an adaptation, it is very on the weaker side. Because the manga is such a long-going series that you're going to miss a lot of character stuff that you normally get. And I try not to judge anime too much on adaptations. This is something I tend to try not to judge it too much on because a lot of people don't read the manga. So a lot of people might not care. But if you do care about that, that's something you might find some concern with. I find it to track too much, but I still did find the anime to be rushed. Towards the end especially. But what I do really like about the show is it just feels so grounded. It just feels like we haven't gotten a romance anime that focuses on young adults kind of out of high school. I really like that aspect. It kind of focuses on, especially with the age I'm at right now, it kind of appeals to me more than something like a high school romance would. So I really recommend it. It's very somber. The music's very good. The animation's also extremely well done. It's a really entertaining anime. It's very short too, so it's something you might be interested in if you're kind of looking for that kind of romance anime that feels a lot more grounded and realistic. My number 4 pick is going to be Love is War Season 2. I really love Season 1 of Love is War. I think it's one of the best romance comedy animes out there. It's fantastically written, so funny. The characters are just a joy to watch and experience. It's just a fantastic anime. I really recommend Season 1, and Season 2 is absolutely no different. Season 2 just feels so good. Everything about it has that charm of the first season. Nothing feels different or out of place. Everything feels great for the characters. Very funny, so well written. Highly recommend this one, especially if you're a huge fan of the original or rom-coms in general. My number 3 choice is going to be Fruits Basket Season 2. So for Season 2, it's still airing through the summer season, so there's still episodes coming out. So I can't really comment on how the ending's going to go, but I can comment on how I think the first half was. And I is pretty blown away by Fruits Basket Season 2. Everything about it just feels so heightened from the original season. It's a great follow-up, because the follow-up of Season 1 was a great build-up of the characters. Now in Season 2, we're starting to get real deep under the skin of all of them, getting kind of really deep down into their secrets, their past. We're getting a lot more of character development and character growth in this season, which I think's it feels earned, though. It doesn't feel out of place. Everything feels really deliberate and great. The adaptation of the manga has been incredible so far. I think it's following it extremely well. Everything about season 2, I love. There's no issues I really have with it in particular. It's just a fantastic season to a fantastic anime. I think it's really great, and I can't wait to see how it finishes out through the year. My number 2 choice is going to be Beastars. This show kind of threw me off guard. I really had no clue what to expect from it going in, which I think is the best way to watch it. It's just very different in terms of just you're not really expecting anything that's going to happen. You're really not. And a lot of the themes it touches on is very dark themes or adult themes that I really, really appreciate in a show like this. And it might be hard to get into from just looking at it, but I really do believe if you give it a chance, you'll find a lot to love. And the animation especially, I really, really like. CG animation can be either very hit or miss for me. I think Beastars handles it so well. There's constant fluidity and constant movement, as well as some great shots in there that makes a boring scene truly come to life. The voice acting is also extremely good. I really, really highly recommend this one. If you're looking for something different or unique to watch, it is very short as well. It is on Netflix now. It's one that's extremely accessible. I think it's one to get into if you're interested. And my number 1 choice is going to be Haikyuu Season 4 or Haikyuu to the Top. So Haikyuu is one of those shows that is honestly one of my favorite shows to ever exist on this planet. I love Haikyuu so much. I think something about it feels on the outside just another sports anime, but it really isn't. It's something special. Every character has a unique depth to them. They're all different, all interesting. Even the other teams are great. And this season has been no different, especially with the huge difference of years. It's been like up to 5 years, I believe, since the original season 3 came out. So just coming back to it felt so great to have all your characters you love back, and none of them feel different or out of place. They're all the same people you know and love, and I think it's a great continuation of season 3. It continues exactly where season 3 left off in a fantastic way. The great character development's still there, amazing writing, great OST, fantastic. I think there's some great animation moments. The art style has changed in between seasons. I believe it's the same studio, but just different art style or directors handling it. So the art style is a bit different. I still don't mind it. I don't think it detracts at all. It is a bit weaker than season 3, I think. I find some of the shots of them just standing there. There isn't as much movement as there used to be, but the art style itself I still like, and I think it works pretty well. You get used to it as you watch it. And also there's some great moments in there that I think, with animation in particular, that I think should be applauded a bit more. But yeah, great, amazing character growth that's still there. Amazing music. I just highly, highly recommend this show and this season in general. I think it's one of the better seasons out there this year, and something about it I just really, really enjoyed. It's just what I love the most. I just love Haikyuu, and it's more of that. So that's going to be my top 5 anime of 2020 so far this year. If you have any recommendations or anything you want to add, feel free to comment down below what your favorites are. I'd love to hear them. Thank you, and have a great time.